Everybody, happy Monday. I'm hoping you guys all had a great weekend. Yes, it was a little cold and a little windy. Hey, I've got 3 things for you this week. First of all, let's talk about Idaho Housing. So Idaho Housing's bond loan, which is their lower than market rate interest rate loan for first-time homebuyers and sometimes second-time homebuyers, is going to run out of money. We were informed last week that it's probably going to run out in the next 2 weeks or so. That's even earlier than what we anticipated before. So if you have anybody that is thinking about taking advantage of this bond loan or is qualified for this bond loan, you want to giddy up and get them locked in. You got to have an address, but once you get locked, then that's fine. You just got to close within that 30-day time period on it. Now, that's not to say Idaho Housing doesn't have a spectacular program anyways. So Idaho Housing will always have their regular first-time homebuyer program. It just won't be the spectacular rates that the bond program has right now. And we probably won't get another bond program till maybe November from what I hear. So anyways, get them locked. With that, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac over the weekend released average medium income guidelines. So there are special Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac programs. Idaho Housing takes advantage of those with significantly lower mortgage insurance, great interest rates and stuff, and they released new income guidelines. So the income guideline is $86,640 income. That seems pretty low, but it's definitely higher than what we had just a week ago. So again, that helps out first-time home buyers. And then last, something that's a little bit near and dear to my heart, we've been going back and forth between Washington. We are trying to get what's called a trigger lead bill passed. So what is a trigger lead? So what happens is when a lender, me, anybody, pulls a borrower's credit report, the credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, take that information and sell it. And they can sell it to anybody that can buy it. So they can sell it to, I'm just going to say, Quicken or Rocket or whoever they are, or, some lender in North Carolina or some lender that's overseas. And then their borrowers are just blasted with phone calls and text messages and emails. And it's absolutely incredible. I've seen hundreds, literally hundreds of phone calls and text messages from trigger leads bills. And it's legal, but what we want to do is we want to make it illegal. Now, Idaho did pass a trigger leads bill that helped kind of bring it down a little bit, but this is the federal bill. This is going to allow us to just get rid of this. There's really no use for this whatsoever, to selling confidential information to anybody without the borrower's permission. So if you're watching this in my emails, I'm going to put a link down below. What you can do is you can click on the link, you fill out the information, and it's going to give you a little bit of information about the trigger lead, but more importantly, it's going to send a letter off to our 2 senators and our 2 representatives saying, hey, you need to vote against this trigger lead bill. If this is a Facebook or a LinkedIn post, I'm going to put it down there in the comments. Hey, with that, make it a great week. Thank you very much. I appreciate your business as always, and have a great day.